feeling like we's different. You ain't the hustling type, we's different.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the YouTube world, CJ Rose is back in the building. Welcome back to the channel. Word is bond, love is love. Like, comment, subscribe, or do all the above. And if you ain't doing anything today, follow my Instagram. RugerRose23 is the place to be. All right. This video was supposed to be done on Sunday. It's now Tuesday. Yeah, that's kind of how it goes over here. But it's 100% confirmed. It is 100% happening. It's here. It's now. Can't stop it. Brock Lesnar will take on Roman Reigns. Title for title. Winner take all. Champion versus champion. Okay. So, this match, oddly enough, has historic meaning to it. They will be tied. Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns will be tied with The Undertaker, Triple H, The Rock, and Austin for most encounters, most WrestleMania encounters. It should be those two. Now, Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns will now hold the record for most WrestleMania encounters in the main event, because they were tied. Were they tied? Yeah, they were tied with The Rock and Cena, who had 2 back-to-back years. Now, Brock and Roman now, I believe, hold the record at 3, which is crazy to think about, but yeah. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want it. I don't want to see this match. I'm done. I'm done already. I'm done with this match. I don't want to see it no more. And that's just the reality of it. I don't want to see it. No. I don't want it to happen no more. I wish it happened at day 1, but it didn't. Now we're here with this match that we have to be forced to watch. Look, their first encounter, it had to happen. The first encounter at Crown Jewel, it had to happen. It made all sense in the world. Hey, Brock Lesnar's coming back. Last time we saw him was WrestleMania 30. What was that? WrestleMania 36? Yeah, that was WrestleMania 36. Yeah, that was WrestleMania 36. Paul Heyman was right next to him. He was the WWE champion. We didn't see him in a whole year. Boom, Brock Lesnar comes back, and within a whole year, everything has changed. You got Paul Heyman next to Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is one of the most dominant superstars in the game. So boom, here comes the most dominant one. Here comes the most dominant superstar in the game. He comes back. Okay, how is this going to work now? It's a whole different story to what it was before. You know, Paul Heyman was behind Brock Lesnar. You know, Roman Reigns wasn't even the tribal chief at the time. Roman Reigns was just that guy. You know what I'm saying? He was that guy and everything. On top of that, Roman Reigns is now the man. Brock Lesnar, every time those two faced, was always the champion. So there was so much in that first encounter that it's like, okay, this needs to happen. It should happen. The dynamic should be amazing. The match was what the match was. Pretty much Paul Heyman was confused. He didn't know what to do because, once again, he was with Paul Heyman was with Brock Lesnar. Now Paul Heyman is with Roman Reigns. He was conflicted the whole time. So there was going to be an ongoing story. Okay, understood. Day 1 happens. Day 1 happens. Roman Reigns gets COVID. Can't be seen can't perform that night. So instead, Brock Lesnar gets pushed into the WWE Championship match because of Fatal 5-Way. Probably one of the best matches of the year so far. Brock Lesnar wins the WWE title. Okay. Plans have changed because Seth Rollins is supposed to win the WWE Championship. Instead, it's Brock Lesnar. Okay. Then they were teasing, oh, let's do a title for title. Intriguing at first, but then as time goes on, you're like, I don't want to see that. Royal Rumble comes. Brock Lesnar faces Bobby Lashley for the first time ever. A match that I've been clamoring for, and probably a lot of people have been clamoring for years now. Boom, it's finally happening. Was the match great? The match was okay. It was all right. It wasn't really something super crazy to run home to. Roman Reigns screws Brock Lesnar, and Paul Heyman goes back to Roman Reigns, and then boom, Bobby Lashley becomes WWE Champion. Brock Lesnar gets so mad that Brock Lesnar enters the Royal Rumble, dominates the Royal Rumble as he gets into it. Boom, he wins the Royal Rumble. Says he's going to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. We knew that already. Instead, it was going to be for the Universal Championship. I'm like, okay, well, let's just do this, right? Then Elimination Chamber this past Saturday happens. Brock Lesnar in a botched, not even a botched, in a not planned spot, legitimately breaks open a chamber, the chamber door. Like, legitimately breaks it open. Gets out, forcefully gets out, and when he entered the match was over. So boom, Brock Lesnar is once again WWE Champion. So now it's fully locked in. Now we got Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, WWE Champion versus Universal Champion, Champion versus Champion, winner take all. I don't want to see this match at all. I'm tired already. I'm annoyed already. I feel like ever since Brock came back in August, this is all they've been doing. Like, no matter what. I think Roman had a match Roman had a couple matches before that. He had Finn Balor. He faced Big E, champion versus champion. Then he faced Seth Rollins at the Rumble. He only had 3 matches since Brock came back. I mean, he had Brock. No, he had Finn Balor, then Brock, then Big E, then Seth Rollins. He had 4 matches since Brock's come back, including facing him. And it seems like every single time Roman is wrestling, it's always goes back to Brock. It always goes back to Brock. Always. So this literally has been going on since August. And quite frankly, I'm tired already. I'm tired. It should have been a one. Could this have been a one and done? I don't know. But I can tell you right now, this is a whole different match than what people really thought. People really thought Drew McIntyre was going to win the Royal Rumble again, and then go on to WrestleMania, face Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship, and then boom, Drew McIntyre is the Universal Champion. The whole world thought that. That's all I heard. Then when Brock Lesnar got into the picture, automatically, oh, well, it could be Drew McIntyre versus Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. Triple threat for the Universal Championship. And then Drew McIntyre could just beat those two, and then boom, he's Universal Champion. Everybody literally thought after WrestleMania, Drew McIntyre was going to be Universal Champion. That's been everybody's plan for months and months. That's all I've been seeing. When in hindsight, Drew McIntyre wasn't even part of the plans. It's just been Brock Lesnar. And you can tell it's been Brock Lesnar, because ever since 2022 started, it's been Brock Lesnar the whole year, bro. The whole time. These last 2 months has been nothing but Brock Lesnar. Think about it. Day 1, he wins the WWE Championship. The Royal Rumble, he loses the WWE Championship, but he gets screwed out of it. Then he goes to the Royal Rumble, dominates it, and then wins the Royal Rumble for a second time. Then he goes to the Elimination Chamber and wins the WWE Championship in another dominant fashion. Brock Lesnar's been literally untouchable since this year started. Like, there's no signs of this man losing this year. It feels like there's no signs. So it feels like at WrestleMania he's gonna go and become a double champion, which honestly I don't want, because Brock Lesnar is part time, bro. And why would you screw up Roman Reigns' reign like that? Now, granted, I ain't gonna lie to you. Roman's title run is, it's been long. It's been 500 and some fucking days, so it's been long. But at the same time, it's been kind of like it's had its peaks. He's faced top level competition. But at the same time, it's been getting kind of down, because it's like, well, who else can he face now? You know what I'm saying? Who else is worthy of that spot? Roman's the number one guy in the business right now. So it's like, who's next? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many options. You know what I'm saying? Could have been Jeff Hardy, but WWE screwed that up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, if you do a draft again, you got to draft a couple of people to SmackDown to even make it work. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if Drew McIntyre is even in plans for the future. Then you got who else? Who else you got? You got who's a good person? I'm thinking Riddle on the top of my head. Riddle versus Roman Reigns be interesting, but I think Riddle may have rubbed Roman Reigns wrong. Honestly, Riddle been rubbing a lot of people wrong lately. I'd be interested to see Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton. I'd be interested to see that. I'd be very interested to see that. Many people may not care, but I do. That seems interesting. AJ Styles versus Roman Reigns. Those two, they had two good matches back in 2016. I wouldn't mind seeing it again. The Almighty versus the Tribal Chief. That sounds like a good. There's so many matches. There's still a good couple matches that you can do, but I don't know if they all make sense at the same time. So it's like you just got to dip and dabble at this point in time. But we already know in some way, somehow, The Rock is going to appear in some way. And, that match is going to happen at some point, maybe next year at WrestleMania 2023. But right now, it's like, I don't know. I don't want Brock to win. But honestly, all signs are leading to Brock winning. Because as I said, Brock Lesnar has looked dominant all year. Like, untouchable. I like this Brock Lesnar face. I like Brock Lesnar's face. I like this Brock Lesnar. His personality is off the charts. I love it. But it's just the way they're setting it all up. It's like when Brock enters the thing, like, he's gonna win. I honestly didn't have Brock winning that Elimination Chamber. But when Bobby got legitimately hurt and carried out, bro, it became too obvious. Because who else was going to win that chamber match? Who else was going to win that? I mean, you could have put Seth Rollins and AJ Styles in that situation. But it didn't look like the minute Brock got out, boom, Brock won. So it's like, I can only imagine what the hell WrestleMania is going to look like. And I'm going to be right here, probably disappointed and annoyed. Probably. Because, like, what the hell? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I can't even say this is going to be a good match, because the match at Crown Jewel wasn't really that great. It was okay. I guess only time will tell. We got 5 weeks to build this match. We got enough time. We got a whole month to build this match. WWE actually did what they were supposed to do. No pay-per-view for next month. None of that. You have a whole month to build this match the best you can. Let's see what they do. But I got Roman Reigns walking out double champion, because it makes all the sense in the world. It makes all the sense in the world. All right. So until then, it's been Rose, man. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the love and support. As always, I will be back tomorrow to do a video on Ronda Rousey and Charlotte. I don't know if I'm going to do a video on Becky and Bianca. That'll make some sense. So Charlotte and Ronda, only because that probably needs to be talked about. I'll see if I do it tomorrow. I'll see if I do it ever. I don't know. But until next time, peace, love, 100. Your cake life.